of the vote. There was a protest vote over the president's support of Israel's war in Gaza.
I was proud today to walk in and pull a Democratic ballot and vote uncommitted.
Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib among 13% of Michigan Democrats voting uncommitted. Former President Trump wins Michigan's Republican primary with 68% of the vote. He called into a watch party in Grand Rapids.
I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. And I'm so proud of the results because they're far greater than anticipated.
It's 9 more delegates for the Republican nomination. Nikki Haley picks up 2 with 26% of the vote. 39 more are awarded at a Republican caucus there Saturday. Also Saturday, the Idaho and Missouri caucuses. Then the Washington, D.C. primary, the North Dakota caucus, then Super Tuesday next week when a third of all Republican delegates are at stake. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Let's see. I think it's Hump Day. Is today Wednesday?
We need a camel running across this back screen like on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Mike.
Huh?
Mike.
Yeah, that's what the camel says.
Mike.
Whoever Mike is, he's
What
always
camel?
talking to Mike. The commercial, the Geico camel.
Used to be a big Geico commercial.
and it was
the
about
camel.
it's Hump Day, and he was like, camel wanted to say it's Hump Day.
He'd come in and say, Mike, what day is it? Guess what day it is?
And
And
Mike
Mike's
would be like-
rolling his eyes, like.
Who's Mike?
Mike is
Some
an
dude.
office worker. and-
Yeah, office
Oh,
co-worker.
for goodness sakes. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly now.
We might have something relevant to say today, and you are.
Arrows, thank you.
There may be some. Oh, my goodness gracious. Y'all need to behave. Not y'all.
No,
Well, maybe y'all. But anyway.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody
You
needs
noticed
to
I
behave.
sat here yesterday and I was just the quiet.
I left. I had to go to work.
You two.
Well, I had to go to work.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh. Oh, it's okay then.
Oh,
I started.
you scared
I
me.
was
huh?
Scared
getting
me too.
I was getting a lock and load. But,
We
anyway,
saw the gate opening. We were
Yeah.
like, whoa.
there are my
she's got a little
grandchildren.
bandana on.
How are you feeling? Good.
Yeah, huh? Feel
Allie
better?
was sick for a couple days.
Oh.
Yeah, you had a little bit of food poisoning or something?
Something. I don't even know.
You don't know?
No, they allergy tested me yesterday, so we'll find out.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that'll be
bless
good.
you.
You didn't eat Grandpa's cooking, and that did it. did it?
No, she did not.
Okay,
She's
just
never
making
been.
sure.
The only thing she's ever had a problem with, this is Allison, by the way.
Yeah.
The only thing she's ever had a problem with is when she was about 5 years old, when she came by and I was doing my getting ready to cook stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I gave her a knife and let her start cutting. And the first thing she did was cut her finger.
Well, God, Grandpa.
Rayford, what is happening? Why would you have done that at 5?
5 or 6 years old, whatever it was.
Was it a plastic knife or a real knife? What
I
is
don't
wrong
have
with
plastic
you?
I bet
knives.
Candy lost her mind on you. I would have loved to have been there to see that.
We didn't tell her right away, but Allison, to her credit, as soon as I put a little Band-Aid on it, she went back to chopping some more, but she didn't chop her
Oh.
finger again.
Oh, my Lord.
You may as well learn at an early age, right, Allie? Okay.
Well, have a good day.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Hi, sweetie. She's so adorable.
She is. She's sweet.
Please just, and
Sweet
she brings
kid.
in my little doggy here,
Yeah.
Lucy. I call her Lulu.
Lulu looks like she's had a haircut or something.
She wants back over
Go on
here.
over there. She likes
She
sweet.
likes me because I give her a massage.
Yeah, she
Anyway,
likes her butt
hey,
being rubbed.
good news. Good news.
What's that?
Jacksonville High School.
Yes.
Cardinals had a
absolutely.
big win last night,
Yeah.
80-58 against the West Carteret Patriots.
Decisive victory.
That was in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh,
So,
wow. Nice.
they traveled
Yes.
to Fayetteville next to take on the,
Fadelberg.
we call it Fayetteville, to take on the 71st Falcons. So go Cardinals.
Mhm.
Of course, our team was there last night broadcasting the game.
Sweet.
So, yeah, go Cardinals.
Mhm.
Nice to see them back in the headlines again with sports.
Yes, it is, in a good way.
Yes, a good way, yes.
So, and none of that shenanigans that are going on in other parts of the sports world and other parts of the world. No politics involved, whatever. So anyway, but welcome into Wednesday morning.
Mhm.
It would be the last day of the month,
But we have one more day tomorrow.
but we got another one. We got an extension on February.
Yeah.
It's called the 29th of February.
So when people are born on the 29th, what day do they celebrate their birthday, on the 28th or the 1st?
They're only
Let's pick a
age 1
day.
year every 4 years.
I know. So how do they? I've always wondered. I don't know anybody with a leap year birthday. So.
I don't know either, but there will be a celebration. There
It's
will be
younger
some
for a
folks.
longer time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there has a birthday on the 29th, we really,
I do
really
wanna
would like
know.
to talk to you,
Yeah.
particularly tomorrow. If you want to call today, you can do that now too, between now and 7:30 anyway. But we'd like to hear from you.
Yeah.
How is it?
When do they do it? Do you pick each year? Do you pick one time and that's how you do it? Like,
I
I'm
don't know.
curious.
Don't know. I've never Googled that part.
Yeah, I
I've
was
always been
curious.
curious, but I'd like to hear from somebody who actually has was born on the 29th of
Mhm.
February.
I'd
Yeah.
take advantage. I'd celebrate on the 28th and then on the 1st.
Hey,
That
that's
way
a
you
good
got
way
it
to do it.
covered.
Yeah. I've just always wondered.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe somebody will call in who
Yeah.
was born on the 29th of February.
Very cool.
So how many months have actually 31 days?
30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February. So there you go.
Well, how many have 28 days?
All of
1
them.
month every other year.
Every
Every 4 years.
month has
No, every
28
month
days.
has
Lee.
28 days.
Oh, well, you know, you
So
there
9
you go
months
again.
have 31 days.
Okay.
Technically. Well, no, 7 months. 8 months. Jeez.
It was a
February
trick,
has
Kelly.
28.
It was a trick question.
Always.
Should have known. It started off this morning with a joke.
I'm gonna get a camel.
I'll have to explain that one to you later too. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning. This is Bill.
Hey, Bill, you're up early.
Okay.
Hey, Bill.
I was calling. My mother had her birthday on the 29th of February.
Really?
Yeah, and when we were kids, like we'd forget.
Well, that's when did y'all celebrate her birthday? Like, what day did she pick?
Uh-oh. Bill, where'd you go? Bill.
We lost Bill.
Bill dropped away.
I don't even. My headphones are not even working.
All right,
I
well,
was working early. I tested them.
I think it says.
I don't know. Hey, anyway,
I got working now.
where'd you go, Bill? Call us back.
Coffee was ready.
Yeah.
Rayford, your island has been in the news. Did you see that?
What, Bonaire?
Yes.
What's it doing?
There's an oil spill near there
Oh, no.
from Tobago, and it has the Caribbean island of Bonaire said the
Oh.
oil from a spill near Tobago reached its shores,
You better
and it
not
is
do-
posing a serious
Yes, it
threat
is.
to the mangrove, fish, and coral ecosystems. I
Yeah.
thought about you as soon as I saw it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm going down there. We're going to arrest somebody.
Oh no. Social media posts by residents and the radio station showed pictures of oil stained sand, reefs, and birds.
Oh,
that's so
man.
sad.
The reefs there are, I mean, they've been protected forever
Yeah.
and ever and ever.
And based on your pictures, are gorgeous.
How did that oil get there? It's on the surface.
Let me see. There was an oil spill from a capsized vessel, and it was. Oh, it gets better. It was
No, it
spotted by Trinidad and Tobago's Coast Guard on February 7th, and the oil is still leaking.
Somebody going to jail.
I agree.
If I get down there, somebody's going to go somewhere else. if
I
can get
saw
my
this
hands
and
on
I
them.
thought about you absolutely
Oh,
immediately.
for heaven's sakes.
Yeah, very sad because your pictures are awesome.
I just want to put it out there for anybody having election night parties for the primary. You might want to think twice
Why?
because the State Board of Elections has come out with an email
Yeah, might not know for days, right?
as a result of recent changes in state law. In-person early voting results will be reported later than usual on the election night for the 2024 primary. This in turn may cause election day results to be reported later as well.
Well, normally those early voting and absentee ballots,
31
731,
Right on the dot.
they're
for
released,
Onslow. Yes.
but not
um,
this year.
But they said previously county boards of elections could tabulate early voting results before the close of the polls, then report those results almost immediately at 7:30, which Onslow always did. Under changes made in Session Law 2023-140, Section 29, county boards must wait until 7:30 p.m. to close the polls on early voting tabulators and begin the process of counting and reporting results of ballots cast during the early voting
Well,
period.
I never thought about it, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does.
Because you don't not want that you should not be reporting on the results anytime prior to 7:30. And if
Right.
you
Never has, but I
it's-
know of.
well, if there's somebody in the Board of Elections who has the results, they can share it.
Mhm.
And that's just not right. I never thought about it like that.
It says the process will take an estimated 30 to 60 minutes and possibly longer in
Yeah.
some counties before
Depending upon the
unofficial
number.
early voting results can be posted publicly. And they're talking about the early voting, like we've had early voting for like
2 weeks.
3 months now.
Yeah, 30 months
And,
is about right.
all that goes into the machines. And usually at 7:30, when the polls officially
So
close,
those are easy to tabulate.
right, they can hit a button and roll them in.
Right.
And, by 7:45, you're looking at early results, the early voting results.
But
But
mail-ins,
this is what's going to be.
absentee mail-ins or whatever, they have to be hand counted.
Well, they put them into the machines,
Yeah.
but they also save them and put them into corresponding buckets. And
But they have to be, they can't, where they really should not be able to even open them until 7:30, right? Open the
no,
envelopes.
I think, and Jason, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they do it. Seems like they do it early.
Not so, I can understand why we should not be able to do that.
I don't remember. I think I know, but I don't want to say, as I'd rather have it verified.
Because here's the situation. If you start revealing things early,
Mhm.
Well, see, they don't reveal it. It goes to the machines, and all that's locked up every night.
it's revealed to the people in charge, right?
No, none of that is uploaded to the state in advance.
I understand. Not to the state, but the people who open those envelopes, they know what they're voting,
If
right?
they're sitting there reading them, but what they do is they usually have one Republican, one Democrat. They sit there and they have board members and they open up the envelopes, straighten them out, make sure that they're legible.
But there is a possibility.
If somebody's sitting there and taking a count somewhere,
Yep.
but
Yep.
now I have known in the past, and this was many, many years ago before Jason was there. So Jason, it's not you, where there were certain candidates that knew before everything rolled in
Absolutely.
because they were told.
There is the possibility.
But I've not seen that happen over the recent years. But yeah, a lot of them knew. It says, I just got a call from somebody down at such and such and said that I won. I'm like,
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
I want to see it.
I agree with that. And if it has to be an hour later, then it's
Right.
going to be an hour later.
Well, that's what it just means. So anybody having an election night party, you might want to reconsider, because by the time everything's going to be said and done, it might be bedtime.
It's always bedtime.
I don't think it's going to delay it that much. I
Yeah,
think
it's not
we'll
going to be
fine.
delayed that much. Because first of all, the absentees will not be that many.
Right.
We know that. It's never going to be that many. They can open
I
up
used to
those
sit
envelopes
there every
and throw
election
'em in.
night and at 7:30, just keep hitting the refresh button.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah.
still be doing it.
Might not be getting anything, but you can still do it.
Right.
Whatever. Okay. Yesterday, y'all got to understand, opinions are just like rear ends. We've all got one. Sometimes we may have two different opinions. But because I don't agree with your opinion doesn't mean I'm going to attack you. It's your opinion. The only thing I will attack you on if you try to force feed me your opinion and make me think like you do. I don't think like you do. I don't think like I do sometimes. Get over it.
Yeah.
Or get your own talk radio show. Then you can spout all you want to about your opinion.
Yep. Agreed.
That's all there is. So just be nice, play nice. If you want to express your opinion, cool. I'll listen to it all day long. Just do not challenge mine. I won't challenge yours. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
Until you try to force feed your thoughts, your religions, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, or anything else, until you try to force feed me that with your logic or lack of logic, we'll get along fine.
Yeah, or use the words like wrong or, whatever, just because that's what I was saying yesterday. Everyone has an opinion.
Yes.
And even these elected officials can have an opinion.
Yes. They can.
And they can say what they want.
Yeah.
It's their opinion.
Political candidates can express their views.
Yes.
You can disagree with them.
Correct.
Don't vote for them.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
I don't agree with most of them.
And this is why,
But it's a free world. It's a free country anyway.
that's true.
somebody sent me something this morning, and it's a picture, and it says, oh, darn it. Paul, what does politically correct mean? And this is Opie talking to Andy.
Who knows?
And Andy said, well, son, it means giving up your own opinions and beliefs in order to please some whiny little crybabies.
Pretty much.
And I was like, well, that's pretty much right on the mark.
Yeah, it's
That's why
a great show.
on Facebook, I stay out of the politics because, it just gets, it's crazy.
Let's talk a little bit about some Fanny, okay?
Oh, yes, too. I watched that yesterday.
Not the one that you have to sit on a mirror to see, but
No, I watched the miss yesterday.
the Georgia District Attorney Fannie Willis, former law firm partner and divorce attorney Terrence Bradley, under oath Tuesday, said that he knew about Georgia prosecutor Fannie Willis and special prosecutor Nathan Wade's personal relationship. Bradley took the stand after Judge Scott McPhee determined Bradley could not claim attorney-client privilege. See, before that, he said, "Oh no, he's my client. I can't say anything about it." Well, nope. The judge said otherwise. Bradley fessed up. He said he could not recall several details and timelines about conversations he had with his former client, Nathan Wade, about Wade's romantic relationship with Fannie Willis. The defense attorney, Ashley Merchant, at one point referenced text messages between her and Bradley in which she had asked Bradley if he thought the relationship started before Willis hired Wade in 2021. Bradley responded, absolutely, in the text message. So, yes, he did know.
So he did.
So,
know,
therefore,
yeah.
he lied on the stand.
He did lie on the stand.
And that's, I would just,
Oh, wow.
Attorney Richard Rice later asked Bradley if he makes a habit of passing on lies about your friends, quote unquote. Do you tell us lies about your friends? About a case of national importance? Well, I guess I could have. I don't know.
That just discredited this guy.
That's just totally but no, he's
completely.
useless.
I watched that hearing yesterday.
Bradley said he couldn't
wow.
recall key details or specific information more than 24 times in the roughly 2-hour testimony. He also said he had only ever discussed Wade's relationship with Willis once with Wade. That likely is a lie.
Oh, I don't believe that. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Bradley this month avoided answering certain questions, citing attorney-client privilege.
Mhm.
The judge said he would hold an in-camera meeting with Bradley to determine if his privilege assertions are accurate. He said it appeared that Bradley may have been misusing his attorney-client privilege.
That could get you in trouble with the Bar Association.
Bradley is the former law firm partner of Nathan Wade, who is accused of having an affair that financially benefited Willis after she hired him to help prosecute the election interference case against former President Donald Trump. On Tuesday, Bradley said he had not spoken to Wade in 2 years. Really? After having been friends for more than 10 years.
Yeah, I watched that yesterday.
Oh,
And
wow.
every time the female attorney asked him a question, he would just sit there like he's trying to remember. And then he would, it was all evasive answers.
Yes, of
It
course.
was obvious
Standard
that
procedure.
he was not going to answer the truth.
But he just made himself look, I mean, he
He's
tarnished his
he's a fool.
reputation professionally with this.
The judge
my.
determined after the in-camera meeting that Bradley's testimony was not covered by privilege. Likely the last installment of evidentiary hearings before both sides present final arguments on Friday. Thank goodness. Lawyers for Trump and his co-defendants who are accusing Willis of having had an improper affair with Wade will try to connect evidence that Willis and Wade lied about when their relationship began and should therefore be disqualified from the case. Earlier in the month, Willis' father, John C. Floyd III, took the stand and confirmed that what Willis testified to, that her father taught her to keep large amounts of cash on hand at all times. She said it was from these funds that she reimbursed Wade for luxury trips, which is why she had no record of the payments.
Okay, so refresh my memory here. What is this trial about? Is it about her hiring the special prosecutor in the Trump
Right
case?
now, that's what this
Okay.
hearing is about.
Okay.
Whether
that's
she,
what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and whether,
she broke ethics on it.
yeah.
Oh, absolutely she did. Yeah.
I think disbarment should be in order.
Well, I was reading an article, and it was an article by the AP, I believe it was, saying that according to Georgia's ethics laws, she had not really crossed the line, and they felt like they would not find her guilty of that. But my belief from the very beginning, I have said this because there's been so much soiled already on this. She needs to step down. The boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend needs to step down. They need to bring new people in.
I don't care about the trial for or against Trump. I mean, that's between the state of Georgia and Donald Trump. But she should not be part of it, and neither should Nathan Wade. He was brought in. He was already her boyfriend.
Yeah.
At that time that
And
he was
she brought him in,
hired,
yeah.
and the state of Georgia is paying him. You understand that, right?
Right.
Right. Well, what's the state of Georgia going against Trump for? Is this the January 6th
Election
stuff?
interference.
Election
Okay. All right.
interference.
Gotcha.
During their romantic relationship, which ended last summer, Wade and Willis vacation in wine country in California, the Caribbean, and other fairly nice locations. Michael Roman, GOP political operative and co-defendant in the Trump case, first claimed that Willis had a conflict of interest in the case because she benefited financially from hiring her lover. 4 co-defendants have made similar accusations. There's not much doubt about that. She benefited.
Anyway, the whole thing has
Now,
been
she claims she paid him.
right.
Prove it. Show me.
Well, I saw a TV interview with her where she stated that she always paid everything in cash, and she kept 15,000 or more cash in her home whenever she needed it.
That's what Daddy said. He says it's a black thing. That's what black people do.
Well, her daddy was being her daddy.
Yeah, I
I
know
felt
that.
so sorry for him. But the whole thing's about the defense attorneys pushing to have Willis and Wade disqualified from the case, arguing that their relationship has created a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
And
that
I
one
agree
has.
with that. And if you're going to go after somebody as big as Trump, start clean.
You shouldn't go after anybody at any level if you're dirty.
Oh, I agree.
If you've got things to hide that you lie about, and she lied about it.
Yeah.
She lied about it. So how would you believe her? First thing that you do when you get on a witness stand, have you ever lied? Every cop knows that. Have you ever lied? Have you ever lied? Yes, I have. Many times. I've had people ask me, are you a cop? Nope. Okay, then I'll sell you some dope. What idiot cop would say yes?
I know.
That's a Starsky and Hutch thing, and it's that you're required to tell the
No,
truth.
you're
No,
not.
you're not.
No, you're
My
not.
God.
Oh, I have no doubt there's been a lot of lies told on the stands
Yes.
by a lot of people.
All right, let's take a break here. Live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Don't go too far from your radio. We will be right back if the computer's working.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Is your phone plan messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible and the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway, is Jacksonville's oldest tire company, and now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others, and all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, expert custom window tinting, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, expert window tinting, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone, 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
In planning for Onslow County's future, finding the right balance between progress and preservation is key. We aim to support growth without sacrificing our agricultural heritage and strong neighborhoods. To make sure we grow responsibly, let's use new taxes wisely. This means tackling challenges like improving essential services, protecting the environment, and ensuring quality education. Tony Padgett stands out as the sole candidate with a unique combination of experience, having served both as a Board of Commissioners chairman and a dedicated employee of Onslow County. A lifelong resident of Onslow County, Tony's unwavering commitment to public service is marked by utmost honor and dedication. He advocates for a streamlined yet robust local government that prioritizes the well-being of Onslow County citizens. Choose Tony Padgett for Onslow Commissioner. Leader planning for our community's future. Paid for by Tony Padgett for Onslow Commissioner.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Come on down. You've heard that one on one of those TV game shows for decades, right? At Tideline Marine, they really want you to come on down to check out the product and the values. Great. Better than great, actually. Top of the line boats for the discriminating boaters, Lund Fishing Boats. Let me know if you find a better boat at a better deal in this area. For the shallow waters of the White Oak and New Rivers, including the creeks along those rivers where the redfish and speckled trout like to hang out. The Center Console Aquasports for nearshore and offshore action, all the way to the absolutely delicious Aloha pontoons for river cruises for your family and friends. You'll find great deals at Tideline Marine. And while you're browsing the boats, make sure you stop in at the ship's store for the greatest selection of lures that local professional fishing guides use and recommend. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Gale warning in effect from this morning through late tonight. It's going to be blustery out there, y'all. Southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots, gusts to 35, seas 5 to 8 feet, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers rough. Thursday, tomorrow, northerly winds 20 to 25 knots, becoming northeasterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon, gusts up to 30 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. They'll come down in the afternoon 2 to 4. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers again are going to be rough. Friday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop on Friday.
Today, partly sunny, a high of 75. It'll be breezy with winds increasing to around 22 miles an hour in the afternoon. We could have gusts as high as 38 miles an hour. Tonight, it's going to rain. 90% chance with gusty winds as high as 29 miles an hour, a low of 39. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 54 and still gusty. Tomorrow night, cloudy, low of 38. And on Friday, mostly cloudy, a high of 62 and still gusty winds.
Yeah, that's going to get kind of nasty, and
it's that cold front coming in.
Cold coming through is going to be a bit on the bad side. Dr. Rose, how are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you are.
Oh, we're doing fine. How's everything up in the upper part of the North Carolinas?
It's doing all right. You could tell that spring is making its way, and I think most people like that. They might not like a lot of things associated with it. I think we can all agree that we like for spring to come along after the winter.
Definitely. One of the bad things about it is people like my wife, would like to open the windows when it gets a little warm out there. About the early spring is when that stuff called pine pollen, like the yellow fever, starts falling down, and that can seep through those little screens on your windows too.
It does, and it has a way of sticking to everything. And
yes, it
sticks to people as well, and bring some nasty symptoms because of it. Just be on the lookout. You're right about that.
Got some breaking news out of Rome. Pope Francis was briefly hospitalized early today after suffering from flu symptoms for a number of days. I guess flu is a big thing.
Well, it is, and the elderly and children have the most symptoms. So I'm not surprised that an older gentleman has had the flu and is in the hospital. And you could do everything right with the flu and move around and take plenty of fluids and still have a not the best outcome.
Yeah.
So if you do have the flu, or if your grandchildren have the flu, make sure that one thing that is sort of counterintuitive that you wouldn't think to do it is that you really need to move around some. You can't just lay there, because that's where all the mucus and the phlegm goes into your airways. It sticks there, and it can give you a very bad pneumonia.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that you keep moving around. You take lots of fluids, and all the stuff that Grandma and Mom used to say are the things that you keep with at this time.
Well, I think molasses used to be a big thing way back when.
Yes, it was, and you can also the same thing with I talk a lot about honey, agave. All of those things are great expectorants, and they should be used. And if you don't want to go the all natural route, you just pick up some Mucinex DM. It helps with the cough and it helps with the drainage, and that will get things moving as well. But take the fluids when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Is you're going to need it.
One of the foods that or products that you should not use, are there any of them that you should not be? Yeah, I mean, if you like milk or hot chocolate or whatever, kind of stay away from that stuff.
That's a good question. I don't get asked that much, but I do tell the parents that when their little ones are sick, to try to stay away from milk. It has the opposite effect. It sticks with the mucus. And so you'll see that some of the kids, if you give them a glass of milk or, a bottle of milk, when they're very mucusy, they will throw it all up and it's all and together. So stay away from the formula, or we could water it down for a couple of days with Pedialyte, with some electrolyte fluids for the little ones. Or for the bigger kids, and just tea instead of the milk would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you seeing a lot of the flu still with the kids?
Unfortunately, I am. I'm seeing mostly flu B, which, as I've mentioned, is the kind that is a little slow to go. A is fast and furious. But I am still seeing a good number, probably about 4 to 5 a day, total of the flu B. Yeah, and the bad thing, I'll remind everybody, I'm not picking on anybody at all, but the bad thing is that parents have sent their children to school in spite of their being sick. If they're sick, if they have a runny nose right now and cough, I know that the boss is going to be upset and the principal might be upset, but it's never wrong to do the right thing.
Well, your kid got the flu from somebody else. They don't catch it just hanging out in solitary confinement. So they got it from somebody. Why would you want to spread that pleasure?
That's right. That's right. And it's just the way that your kid feels right now. You don't want somebody else's kid to feel that way also.
Absolutely. Just stop it in its tracks. Keep the kid home, stay home with the kid for a few days, and everything will be fine. After about 3 or 4 days over the peak anyway, and then they should start to feel better, right?
That's exactly right. It should be that if you rest and take care of things and take lots of fluids, the child will be feeling better in between 2 and 5 days.
Okay.
But it's best to keep them out of school for that duration. If your kid gets sick with the flu on Monday, they should be out of school the whole week because you don't want them spreading that around. And I know it sounds terrible, but to take care of your kid and other people's kids, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. How long after you're exposed, your child or you are exposed to someone with the flu, how long before you feel the symptoms?
Generally about 2 days. So it might be one. That does happen because it's super fast. But generally what I've seen is 2 days before. So a kid was at school. It could have been on Friday, and Sunday morning they wake up feeling yicky.
Other than extremely high fevers, if they got sort of mild reaction or mild symptoms, should they? How long should it take them to get better?
It also is 2 days.
2 days.
So if your child is not better and the fever is still there in 2 days, that tells you there might be something else. And that's when I wouldn't necessarily call the doctor. I know I'm decreasing my visits, but I wouldn't call the doctor on the first day because he's going to say, oh, it's the flu. And the Tamiflu, it's all right. It might decrease the symptoms by a day or two, but it's really just another medication that is not necessarily needed, except if your child has some predisposing illness. But for the most part, 2 days, if the symptoms are not better, there might be something else like an ear infection, a throat infection, or bronchitis or pneumonia.
Okay. For kids or even adults who are, they got a weakened system. Maybe they're not very strong. They catch everything that comes through the air, whatever. Is there anything they can do to? They got to go out in public. They got to go to school when they're well.
That's right.
But if they're
you can't stop your life.
if they're predisposed to having other issues, and they catch everything, and they're allergic to even air or whatever, is there anything they can do to help ward off this mess? I know adults, I get flu shots every year. That's just me. But is there anything else we can do?
Yeah, the flu shot is indicated at 6 months and more, and I do see some folks getting it, even though we're on the back end of the flu season. But apart from that kind of prevention, COVID taught us one thing, which is that prevention is really important. So they've come up with some really good immunity formulations that have zinc and vitamin C and vitamin D, echinacea, all in one little tablet. I would invest in those. They're not cheap, but what is it? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of treatment.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, I think I said it wrong, but that is true. So consider that little bit that you spend, whether it's $10 a month or $20 a month, for you and your family to be that ounce, and you're trying to avoid the pounding of getting super sick. It's not going to avoid it 100%, but it's sure going to make it a lot easier. I know, because I do the same thing. I do that on a daily basis.
Well, that's good. Stay healthy and stay strong. And if you do come into contact with it, maybe it won't be as bad if you're a strong person.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Eat some steak.
I had a quick question.
Go
I know
ahead.
you guys probably need to get out, but what do you guys think about the superintendent race for North Carolina? Has anybody studied that or thought about it?
Oh, I've been watching it.
Oh, I've been watching it. It's really getting.
I have an opinion. I don't know if I say
It's getting
it.
dirty. We haven't discussed that here, but we probably will very shortly.
Right.
Today.
Well, I think that's good. Very good. Well, you guys
Did
keep
you-
your eyes and your ears open.
Well, Dr. Rose, I will say one thing. I think one of the candidates, in my opinion, is what word would I use? I don't know if it might sound
A
very
little
hard.
out there.
I almost say borderline dangerous to be a superintendent with their outrageous views. But that's just my opinion. Everybody has their own
Well, Dr.
opinion.
Rose, did you hear the comments that Catherine Truitt made yesterday? Because I went back and tried to look them up and I couldn't find them. Because somebody
I did not.
No,
So
I
if
did not
you
either. Somebody
have a
asked me
moment,
about
enlighten
it, and
me. I'd love to hear that.
I couldn't find anything on it. So I was just curious if you
Okay.
had heard something.
Well, I had met Catherine Truitt when back in the day, let's say, and she didn't give any sort of advice that would be helpful to children and educating them. She had a lot of sort of office and bureaucratic ideas that might be interesting. But I thought that her tenure in office has been about the same. Where in practice is different from what in theory she might have thought that worked. And so we've had, I think, already 4 years of this is not working, and the prior superintendent was also not very good. So our kids are kind of stuck in a muck. I don't know the other candidate well, so I can't really vouch for her, but I do know that what we have in there has not been helpful, and she's had 4 years to show some improvement in the scores. And I talk to kids all the time, and I'm sure that you do too, Miss Kelly. And
Yeah.
what's in those little brains is not being exercised to be great.
Well, I know she's wanting to change the grading system now, so she's come up with
Yeah.
a new way to do that.
Well,
But,
I think I wish we had more choices.
yeah,
personally.
Dr. Rose, you should have thrown your name back in
Yes.
the ring.
Yes.
I wait till I get the little heavenly nudge, and I didn't get it, so I thought I'm just going to keep on one by one trying to help these kids. So, but thank you, that's very kind.
Well, you had my vote last time, and you'd have it
Yep.
again,
Yes,
just so you know.
mine too.
So,
Mine
You
3.
guys are so sweet.
yep.
Dr. Rose, thank you.
Oh, we love you here. So you guys have a great day and a great
You
week.
too.
Thank
Same
you.
here. Let's take a break here live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Peter Wright is not wrong when we come back.
Freedom 97.1.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Candy will stick her neck out and check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street on Main Street in Maysville. And remember to take advantage of Pig Perks where you get 1 point for every dollar you spend on future purchases. How about Sweetheart Steaks, just $10.99 a pound? Boneless ribeye steak is only $10.99 a pound. Boneless chuck roast, $5.79 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck is only $3.99 a pound. Whole Boston butt, just $1.49 a pound. And St. Louis style ribs are $1.99 a pound. And whole chickens are just $1.49 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get a 2-pound package of strawberries for just $5.98. Fresh blueberries are only $3.99 a pint. Russet baking potatoes, great with steaks, just 99 cents a pound. A dozen premium rose bouquets, just $27.99 each. Zesty limes are only 49 cents each. Large California lemons, just 69 cents each. And hot jalapeno peppers are just $1.99 a pound. And you also get 3 6-packs of the 16-ounce non-returnable bottles of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $11. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
I am Paul Buchanan, running for re-election as an Onslow County Commissioner. No false promises, just a firm commitment to serve the citizens of this county to the best of my ability. As a county, we face many challenges ahead. Navigating through those challenges requires seasoned, dedicated leadership. Your voice is an important part of the government of this county. I will continue to make sure your voice is heard. I will continue to do my very best to serve all the citizens of Onslow County. My goal is to provide the maximum support, vital services in this county possible. With the realities of the resources available, let us work together to make our county the best it can be. Every election is determined by the people who show up. I ask for your continued support and vote on Tuesday, March 5th, paid for by the candidate.
Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all. Gas, ice-cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. We're running a little bit late this morning, but we will get it all in, no doubt about it. Peter Wright, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thanks.
Good. We're doing great. And thanks for coming in again this morning. And for folks out there, if you've got questions about Medicare, Medicaid, or other insurance issues or whatever, you can give us a call. Peter will be glad to take them on. If he doesn't know the answer, he'll find out and get back to you. How's that?
That's right.
And our number is 910-333-0139, 910-333-0139. So today, are you at Walmart today?
Yes,
Okay,
from 10 in the morning till 1 at lunch, and then from 2 till 6. So basically the whole day except for an hour off for lunch.
And is that going to be the case for the rest of the week, or what is your schedule?
Tomorrow, I'll be there from, let me see, I've got it written down here, from 3 till 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So Thursday afternoon from 3 till 6. And then
next week,
it's a bit weird. I'm doing something on the Thursday, so I'm going to be there instead of doing a whole day Wednesday and the afternoon of Thursday like I am this week. I'll be doing an afternoon on Tuesday, late afternoon from 4 till 6, and then Wednesday from even earlier, 9 to 1, 2 to 6.
Okay. You're still getting a lot of questions? People are having issues?
Mainly I'm getting people that would like to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
So they're turning 65 or they need to change a plan or something.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk more about that in just a couple of minutes here. We're going to do another commercial break here, and we'll be right back. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Our number, if you want to chat, 910-333-0139. If you have a question about Medicaid or Medicare, early enroll or whatever you've got, if you want to make a change, you can ask Peter if it can be done now. 910-333-0139. We'll be right back.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Flatwoods Outfitters of Hubert looks forward to serving you here with all your sporting arm needs and personal safety. Located at 111 Second Amendment Lane in Hubert between Jacksonville and Swansboro, Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest sporting and firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters has a long gun or pistol in stock to fit your need, whether for hunting or personal safety. Take advantage of their outdoor shooting range to practice or to learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods highly recommends. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope to be sure of perfect accuracy to bag that trophy. They carry all the major brand names of long guns, shotguns, and pistols, as well as ammunition. If you are interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can assist with that also. Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 in Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution.
In a season of falling temperatures and rising energy bills, your local Bryant professional is always ready, standing by to protect your home's comfort and defend you from uncomfortable temperatures and the higher energy bills associated with them. Ready to do whatever it takes for your home, your family, and you to be comfortable without breaking the bank. Because when the temperature falls, that's when your local Bryant professional turns up the heat efficiently.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this winter. Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, serving our community for over 25 years. Also, Down East can help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today at 346-4311.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
This is Robin Knapp, current Vice Chairman of the Board of Commissioners. I'm also a United States Air Force veteran and a retired special agent with NCIS. During the past 8 years, I have never faltered from my stance not to raise taxes or the tax rate, and I voted no the last time we voted on taxes. It is imperative that we continue to strive toward more conservative spending and utilize the funds that we have more efficiently and effectively. Despite our current economic status nationally, we must do everything we can to spend funds wisely, conservatively, and uniquely as we continue to grow as a community. The needs of our citizens and their voices need to be heard because as a commissioner, I represent all of you, regardless of political affiliation, religious beliefs, gender, race, and etc. In the last 8 years, I have shown strong and fortitude in voicing my opinions and voting without outside influence from others or groups, only voting my conscience and what I feel is best for the citizens and not for me. Please vote for me once again as one of your county commissioners. This message was paid for by the committee to re-elect Robin Knapp.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And our guest in the studio once again this week, Peter Wright. And he's an insurance specialist, Medicare particularly, and Medicaid, done a lot of study in with it. And Peter, you know, I got a birthday coming up. I mean, I'm going to be a year older shortly.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people in my boat at this point in time start thinking about, particularly when you wake up and these aches and pains, and you use a heating pad on your back, and you do all of these kinds of things. That one day I might need long-term care.
Mm-hmm.
There are plans available, right?
There are, yeah. So you can look at long-term care, and I'd say it's probably better to get into it earlier rather than later because it is expensive. I'm looking at it now for myself, for instance. For my wife, we were looking at plans, and it's just too expensive for us. So, yeah, because we're now past 65. I'm 67. Just before she turned 65, I started to look at it for her, and to get a good plan, long-term care plan. It was about $400 a month. Yeah, ouch. $300 to $400, somewhere around there. And it sort of covered you for about 3 years.
That's not long term.
Yeah. So not as rich as what the older ones in the past have been.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I think it's so. I mean, we've all known somebody that's got ill.
Yes.
Or you know, and for instance, I wrote this out. It was only at the end I thought, you know, I was bedridden for a whole year when I first got the rheumatoid arthritis.
Wow.
Before people knew what it was, and then it took half a year or so for the medicines and so on to start working. I was stuck in bed. My wife had to bathe me, dress me, feed me, lots of things. It was horrible. So you just never know. And I was in my 40s then.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's something that, you know, how can you afford it? And for a lot of people, unless you arranged it when you were younger, it's
going to cost you.
It's going to cost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there is another program where you can get short-term, 1 year of long-term care in an institution, and 1 year in your home where you can have someone come to your home.
Okay.
And that will cost you about $200 a month. So that's one way to do it, which lessens it a little bit and gives you some coverage. Another way, if that's still too much money, and this is what and I've heard people talking about this for years, other agents, and I've never really looked into it. But the other way is to have a home healthcare policy. And so it'll enable you to have 1 year of home healthcare, somebody coming to your home to help you if you need it. And I'm tapping the table, so I'll stop that. So you can, so why would that be useful? Can't you get somebody from through Medicare? You can arrange to have skilled nursing. So somebody who's a skilled nurse to come to the house to change dressings and things like that. But and that's you have to get permission from your doctor in order to arrange that with Medicare. But you to have just a home health aide, you can't do that. It's I suppose a bad loophole that if you need some help, there's no way to pay for it. So there are some home health care policies available, and I've been looking into them. I'm contracted with one company, but I'm looking into a couple of other companies, and the one I was going to mention or go over today, I'm not going to mention a name because I'm not contracted with them yet, but it looks pretty good to me. Actually, I'm quite excited about it.
Okay.
Because you can get between the age of 65 and 69, you can have a home healthcare policy. They've got 3 levels, but say the standard, which is the one in the middle, would cost you $45 per month.
Oh, that's more reasonable.
But if you are on medications, like I am, for instance, I take 8 medications. If you turn in those slips for your medications every 3 months or so to the company, you'll get reimbursed for those at a certain amount. For the generic medications, you'll get $15. For the brand name meds, you'll get $30. So it's a bit like how I used to build computers when I back in 2000, early 2000, and I could build them. There was some software available. You could look at Sales Circular, find the shops to go to,
right.
And they'd have these coupons on the parts, and you buy the parts over about a 3-month period, and you'd be able to build. So you bought the parts, and you send the receipt back to the company you bought it from, and they'd send me the money for the part that I'd paid, or most of it, 90% of it. So this, in a way, is so I'd end up making computers for about $160. It was crazy. I had built 4 computers, each cost me $160, which back in 2000 was pretty good.
Yes, right, man. Well, can you build one now for me, a supercomputer?
I'm out of computers. You can do this with this plan. So at the age of 65, well, I'm 67 now. I'm looking, and I can actually, it will more than I'll be able to get the plan at no cost because I've got 8 medications. 3 of those are brand names. Okay, I only get them every 3 months, not once a month. I could arrange to get them monthly, but with it just every 3 months, that would be $600 that I'd get back, and my policy would cost less than that. So they'll only give you the amount refunded back up to the actual cost of what your policy is for that year. But it really, that really saves you some money.
What if you're over 69?
Then the premium is up a little bit. It goes up in sort of, I think, blocks of 5 years. I'm turning to that page right now. So say you're, so up to 70, it's $43. When you get 71 to 76, it's 71 to 75, it's $58. So that's,
Does it increase after you turn 76?
yeah, it's by attained
No,
age.
I mean, if you get it when you're 75 at $58, will it go up in price?
Yeah, this is not what they call issue age, which is where you lock it in like we're able to with a hospital indemnity. This is attained age. But I've had a look at that and I thought, you know what, even if you're, because, you know, when I'm looking at dying possibly is in my early 80s. So even if I look at my early 80s, so I've gone up to, you know, $58 and $78, and now in my early 80s, I'd be paying $105 a month. That's average of about, you know, just over $1,200 for the year.
Right.
But I would get, if I'm getting
$600
yeah,
worth of meds.
Yeah, per month, you know, it's really, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Okay.
600 for the year. Yeah. Or 720. That's the max you can get back on the meds. And it's not a bad, I think I was quite excited to see that, especially as when you're in the younger time, you're actually basically getting it paid for, or pretty much all, you know.
And you can cancel it anytime you want, right?
You could cancel it anytime you wanted. Yeah. So what does it give you? It enables you to get, let's turn to that page here.
Okay, let's take a quick break here, and we'll be back, and we'll talk about that when we get back. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
We're going to make America great again, greater than ever before.
Former President Trump calling into a Republican watch party in Grand Rapids, Michigan, celebrating another primary win over Nikki Haley. She wins 2 delegates to Trump's 9. More are awarded at caucuses in Michigan Saturday. President Biden wins the Democrats' primary in Michigan with 81% of the vote, 13% voting uncommitted. Supreme Court hears a challenge today to a 2018 ban on bump stocks.
A bump stock is an accessory attached to a semi-automatic rifle that focuses the firearm's recoil to make the firearm move around the pulled trigger, allowing for faster successive firing. Firearms instructor Michael Cargill sued after surrendering his bump stocks, saying if Congress wanted to ban the devices, they should have passed a law like they did in the 1980s regarding automatic rifles.
Fox's Evan Brown. The bump stock ban was in response to a man killing 58 people in Las Vegas, firing from a hotel suite, wounding hundreds. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
Okay, we're back. I got carried away with what Peter was talking about earlier. I just didn't even look at the clock. That old clock on the wall just slipped up on me. It happens from time to time.
I wasn't keeping up either.
All right, Peter. So your recommendations, do you have any recommendations for those of us who are getting older? Keep getting older, I guess.
Keep soldiering on. Recommendations. Well, recommendations around short-term health care insurance. I'm very skeptical when it comes to purchasing insurance. As an insurance agent, that's maybe hard to believe, but I really am. But this actually looks, because I have been in this position before where I have been bedridden, for a year or more. This looks really good to me, especially if you can set up a system where you will send those drug receipts in, medicine receipts in. Because if you do that, then your premium will be a lot lower, or essentially covered. But early on anyway. So that to me is a major benefit.
Is there a minimum age where you can get enrolled?
40.
40. Okay. I'll pass that.
And if you're 40, somewhere from 40 to 55, it costs, for instance, $25 for the standard plan. But it will go up. But it's attained age.
Right.
So between the age of 40 to I think 55, it was $24. And once you hit 56, it's $28 till you get to 61. Then it goes to 33.
I'm going to sign up for that with you. Okay. Wait, do I have to have Medicare to sign up for this? Or
No,
is this something
no.
separately?
This is a standalone plan.
We're not going to talk. Okay.
That
I'm going
age-
to sign mom up for this too.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm texting my brother now. Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. What other benefits? What are the benefits that you get? We know about the drugs.
Right. So you can have a home health aide come to your home. And they will pay you on the standard plan. That's $100 for each day that person comes. So it could be for somebody to help dress you, or help you prepare some food, or do so that would be. But that's you can have that for the whole year. You can have that for 120 days out of that year. You can add, and for instance, if I'm 67 now, if I add an extra 60 days onto that, so I have 180 days worth in that year, then I can add that for, let's see, just under $2 per month. I mean, so
well, that would be ideal.
So that
I guess you 6 months of the year.
Yeah. So that would give you, I'm trying to work it, $18,000 worth if you in home aid help if you needed it for that year, if you needed that full amount. Also,
that doesn't have to be consecutive days, does it? It
No.
can be spread out
No.
every other
Yeah.
day or
Yeah.
every once a week or whatever.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. And also, if you do need skilled nursing or general nursing care or physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, respirational therapy, or medical social services, you'll be paid certain amounts for those. Like a skilled nursing, you'd get $200 for on any particular day. Or general nursing care, $160. Speech therapy, $200 for a day.
I need that in here every morning. What do you think?
We need a joke monitor is what we need.
And you'd have a maximum daily amount of $400. If you had some of those, a couple of those on the same day.
Now, I see in your literature here that if your husband and wife sign up for this, there's a discount, right?
Yes, that's right. There's a 7% discount.
Okay.
So so I'm thinking for my wife and I, that would be really good. Now, she only takes 3 medications and I think they're all generic. So I wouldn't get as much off as I would for myself, but it depends. I am pretty certain right now, because I only really researched this last week, and last night when I was writing this up in readiness for the program today, I was thinking, wow, this is really good. I'm actually
So if I get into I have a wreck or whatever, somebody hits me, and I'm kind of bedridden for a while, and I'm going to get better. Everything else, all my benefits would be restored after I get better, right?
Yes. So what happens is, if you can't do 2 activities of daily living, like bathing or feeding or something, activities like that, moving around, then if it signs a note saying it, then you're able to get put this plan into force. And once you've recovered, if you haven't used the services for, I think it's 6 months, and if you've had a letter from your doctor, you need to get a letter from your doctor saying that you've sufficiently recovered and no longer need the services, then your benefits will restore.
Okay.
So you can use it for a year, and then if you're better, your benefits restore, and then you've got it again for the future.
Okay.
I mean, that is pretty cool. Because I'm thinking myself, I was totally bedridden and I'm fine again now. Well, not fine again, but I'm a lot better
Good to
than I
go.
was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we have out there that's available that we need to talk about?
Well,
what are people asking you?
I have a question, Peter. Is there, through the end of February, which is literally tomorrow, is there anything people, and this is a question, is there any changes people can make to whatever healthcare plan they have now that after tomorrow they can't do, or are we already done until?
We've, if you're talking about the open enrollment
Yeah,
period,
that kind of thing, yeah.
yeah, that's available until the end of March.
Oh, even better. Okay.
So I've got a couple of people that have, want to swap a plan because they want to use a dental on a new plan. And they're going to be calling me sometime over the next month. They've got to do it before the end of March.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Again, where can people see you?
Yeah.
They can see me in the Walmart on North Marine Boulevard, the one with the golden corral and the car park, and that's between 10 this morning and 2 till 6 this afternoon, and then tomorrow from 3 till 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then next week I'll be there Tuesday afternoon, late Tuesday afternoon, and the whole of Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Peter, thank you. Always great
Thank
information. Personally, and I know a lot of other folks out there that I will see them later on and they will say, that was some good stuff. Where can I see him again?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to carry
have had a lot of
your
people.
schedule with me.
What's Peter's phone number?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's my phone number? It's 252-373-4056.
Yeah.
That's 252-373-4056.
I keep it right in front of me.
I got a whole stack at the office. I give his cards out all the time to people.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
And my website's foxfoxplans.com.
I like that one.
That is like the greatest website name I've ever saw.
Fox Plains on the Boulevard.
I love it.
It's just because of my accent.
I love his accent. I could talk
Yeah.
to Peter all day long.
Fox News should have come up with that one, years ago.
Yeah, Fox News should have, but they didn't, so Peter got it. Yay.
FoxNews.com would do it.
Fox
Fox News. They could have you record your promo.
That was-
Call Fox or check out FoxNews.com.
I like it. Yeah.
While you're at it, go to FoxFoxPlans.com. That would be good. All right, Peter, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Peter.
you.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Meet John Davis, a dedicated leader with a vision for Onslow County. As the mayor of Swansboro for 6 years, John has worked with people to make things happen. Now he's ready to work with you to make improvements in the county we all call home. John's platform is built on the foundations of real change. Your voice is at the center of that change. As a champion for veterans and their families, John will continue to collaborate with local, state, and national leaders to improve the lives of the veterans we love in our communities. Onslow County residents need expanded options for mental health and addiction treatment and family support. John needs your help to bring options for hope and healing to our neighbors, friends, and loved ones in need. Emergency response capability is critical to our county, and John values your input as efforts continue to ensure the safety and well-being of every resident. John is a champion for economic development and job creation. You know the jobs we need, and he wants to bring them here. Let's strive to build a thriving, prosperous community for all. Together, we can build a brighter future for Onslow County. Vote John Davis for Onslow County Commissioner. Leadership, vision, and commitment for a better tomorrow.
Paid for by the committee to elect John Davis. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning. And now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts. Free Heating and Air Conditioning with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way. Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Richlands Piggly Wiggly, where good things cost less. Down home, down the street, Highway 24, Richlands. Fresh ground beef, 10 pounds or more, $1.99 a pound. Family packs, $2.19 a pound. Sale good through Sunday, February 25th. Take advantage of down home country cooking in the deli, 7 days a week in the store. Dine in or take out, featuring hot, fresh chicken that will make you smile. Country breakfast starts at 5:30 a.m. daily at your Richlands Piggly Wiggly Deli and is home to the famous Merle Bowl. You can also take advantage of the fast, friendly pharmacy located inside Richlands Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street where good things cost less. Richlands Piggly Wiggly, Highway 24, Richlands. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, the word is come on down. The doors are getting ready to open at Tideline Marine. They really want you to come on down. Check out the product and the values that they have for you. Great, better than great, actually. Top of the line boats for the discriminating boaters. Lund Fishing Boats. Let me know if you can find a better boat at a better deal in this area. For the shallow waters of the White Oak and New Rivers, including the creeks along those rivers where the redfish and speckled trout really like to hang out. The center console, aqua sports for nearshore and offshore action, all the way to the absolutely delicious Aloha pontoons for river cruises for your family and friends. You'll find great deals down at Tideline Marine. While you're browsing the boats, make sure you stop in at the ship store for the greatest selection of lures that local professional fishing guides use and recommend. Tideline Marine and Family, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Got a gale warning in effect this morning through late tonight. It's going to be kind of windy out there, y'all. Offshore today, southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts to 35 knots. That's about 40 miles per hour. Seas 5 to 8 feet. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers rough. Thursday, tomorrow, northerly winds 20 to 25 knots, becoming northeasterly 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Gusts up to 30. Seas 4 to 6 feet, subsiding to 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Dominant period 6 seconds. Sounds and rivers again will be rough. Friday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, partly sunny, a high of 75, breezy with increasing winds that will go up to 22 miles an hour, but we could have gusts as high as 38 miles an hour. Tonight, showers, low of 39 and still gusty and kind of windy. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 54, still gusty. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 38. And on Friday, mostly cloudy, but the high will be right around 62.
Almost there. But what then? Looks like Donald Trump has won the all-important Michigan Republican presidential primary. Who's surprised by that? Anybody? Anybody shocked by that one? And Joe Biden won. Anybody shocked by that one?
No.
But there are a lot of what ifs now. What if the U.S. Supreme Court determines that states do not have to include Donald Trump on their ballots? What if the U.S. Supreme Court decides that he must stand trial and answer to the charges of insurrection for the events of January 2021? Will those who support Trump rally to continue to support Trump in spite of the allegations claiming he is responsible for what they claim was an insurrection back in January 6, 2021? Is there solid evidence, not conjecture, not cases of, I know he did it, instead of physical proof, not conjecture, that Donald Trump did anything on January 6th that was actually illegal? I ask these questions, not as a Trump supporter, you know better than that, but I ask these questions of any of you who have actual experience with the legal system. If you have nothing to offer except personal opinions, I don't have a desire to argue with you because you are without anything to offer but your personal one-sided opinions, just as I am. I got my opinions. I'll listen to yours if you'll listen to mine. If and only if you can present what those in the law enforcement community offer as evidence, even probable cause, and not personal, unsubstantiated conjecture, then I have no time for you. I have my personal opinions. You have yours. Not likely that we will ever agree. So there's not much reason to reach out there and scream at me. For those who want to listen to reason and consider the opinions of others, including ours, our number is 910-333-0139. If you just want to force feed your opinions, you're welcome to call 605, make a note of this number, 605-477-3018. It's a special number, special people. I'll give it to you again, 605-477-3018. Lee will likely post that on Facebook within a few seconds.
Doing it now.
Yeah, that's just another number. You can express your opinions all you want. You'll get theirs, but you can express yours.
What is that number to?
Just call it and you'll find out.
I'll call it right now.
And to continue with the so-called MAGA Republicans, probably the greatest political campaign in like forever, by the way, whether you like it or not, suddenly with the liberal elements, MAGA meant hillbilly supporting Donald Trump. For others, it meant that, put that on speakerphone.
Rayford, you're killing me right now.
For a lot of us, it meant that the majority of Americans were going to take over the government. Nowhere does anything I remember allow radical bodies to take over our government unless the government fails to support our Constitution. That has not happened. And no members of any militant or political dissidents have a right to act otherwise, not on the local, state, or federal level. I have an issue with those who think that a political movement, Make America Great Again, MAGA, is an anti-government movement. You have a right to disagree, but your personal anti-Trump beliefs will overshadow common sense. Alas, I love that word, by the way, you will never see or acknowledge your shortcomings. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, everybody. How's your Wednesday going? Hump day.
It's doing great. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. So one suggestion for everybody that doesn't understand that this is for people's opinions, etc. Go to the promo you might hear on the radio station every day where you three are talking about the show.
Yes.
Well, we want to hear your opinion. We want to engage. It's called opinions. So you covered it very well, Rayford, but it is about opinions. So based on that, let me say this. I took Theo's invitation to you and kind of did I took it as an invitation for everybody to go to C-SPAN over the weekend. The comments from Donald Trump, Steve Bannon, and Mark Robinson. Basically, here's how I took it. This is my opinion how I took it. First off, do you know who? Let me tell you who President Trump spoke to. The black.
Yes.
Yes. I'd have to get my glasses on, but anyway, it was a meeting of the Black Federation. And there's another word in there for it. And I'll find it here.
Caucus, I think, or something, right?
Caucus, yeah.
Caucus.
But anyway, he's talking to them. He's getting applauded.
Yes,
and
he was
just stating he was stating numbers. My assumption is he had proof of those numbers, but basically, I didn't see him get booed. I didn't see anybody get upset with him. I actually saw a lot of people applauding, including the people on stage. Steve Bannon, who was talking to the CPAC, as was Mark Robinson, was basically telling people, this is what we believe. This is who we believe you should vote for. That's what you do at these rallies. You're not going to sit there and go, what happened in 2020, it was legal. And we're glad that Biden's in there. He's promoting President Trump. So I'm not sure, and maybe Leo tomorrow, or Theo, I'm sorry, and I could listen to him and then respond. But I don't see anything other than Theo is looking at it as from a Democratic standpoint, and Republicans are looking for it as a Republican side, and then independents are supposed to take each side and go what you want to do. If I understand everything, or unaffiliated, as they did in Michigan yesterday.
I agree. Let's get yourself educated and look at both sides now. There was a song about that. I'm looking at both sides now.
And I think that's what people are doing right now. And even with the local primaries, people may not be voting right now because they're still not sure who they want to put on certain boards. And that's great. The primaries, I believe, are people to go ahead and vote that don't want to stand in line on an election day. Or maybe they just already know who they want and who they don't want to serve on these boards. But I think, in my opinion, what was said on C-SPAN this weekend, and I watched them in their entirety, it was people that are Republicans, whether they're MAGA or MAGA or whatever. They were trying to get people to vote for where our country was versus where our country is today. And you can't hide the facts that there's 10 million illegal immigrants in our country today.
Probably more than that.
And probably more than that, Rafer, you're right. And, again, let me say this about President Trump. He got our country back the way we needed it. Everybody was in a better place. People in Michigan were saying, no, I'm going back with Donald Trump because I was better off in 2020 than I am in 2023, now 2024. Everybody needs to understand it.
Yeah.
Rafer, I'm sorry.
I think it's going to be a different year this year. And in spite of potential election interference, in spite of potential likely election interference, which is what we kind of have going on right now, and because they waited until the 11th hour to do a lot of this stuff, right? The anti-Trumpers. And then they did everything. They are doing everything they can to do in the legal system to create confusion. And regardless of what you feel about Trump, and most of you understand what I feel about him, we don't have another choice. Is what most of the people tell me. I just don't have another choice. Well, I do.
No.
I have another choice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And let me make this hopefully last comment so other people could call in. There was a point I think that was brought up about his daughter-in-law. She does have in her mind, a bright future in politics. Whether she does or not, nobody knows the future. Nobody can really say this is what's going to happen. But whether or not she's appointed second in the National Republican Party, whatever, the bottom line is this: on November 5th, everyone's going to get the opportunity to cast their vote if they want to. Simple as that. And you vote for who you want to vote. And then there's some speculation that the election will be decided in 5 days after that, 2 weeks after that. Who knows with what happens now? But the bottom line is this. I know everybody wants to deal with facts, but the facts that some people point out is not really factual. It's their opinion on what they think are facts.
Yes.
You have to do your research. And with that, I hope you all three have a great hump day. And to Lee, man, don't forget your Starbucks with extra
espresso. Yeah, it's calmer today.
And then add a pound of sugar to it.
No, I don't use sugar.
All right. Well, you all
I'd be
have
like,
a blessed day.
Thank you, Chris. Have a good one.
Take care.
Okay, Rayford, we have a minute before the next one. I'm gonna call this phone number that you put out there. Okay.
I already called it. It's
And,
ridiculous.
I put on the speaker.
Where did you find that number?
Hello, this is not the person you were trying to call. You've reached the rejection hotline provided by rejectionhotline.com. Unfortunately, the person who gave you this rejection hotline number did not want you to have their real number. We know this sucks, but don't be too devastated. So why were you given a rejection hotline number? Maybe you're just not this person's type. No, this could mean boring, dumb, annoying, arrogant, or just a general weirdo. Maybe you suffer from bad breath, body odor, or a nasty combination of the two. Maybe you just give off that creepy, overbearing psycho stalker vibe, and the idea of going out with you just seems as appealing as playing leapfrog with unicorns. Regardless of the reason, please take the hint. Accept the fact that you were rejected, and then get over it. And please do your best to forget about the person who gave you this number, because trust us, they've already forgotten about you.
Oh man.
Where do you find this stuff at?
Ladies, it's actually meant for ladies who are always hit on when they're out.
Oh.
Give me your number. Give me your number.
I have to put that into my phone.
And there's your number that you give out.
All right.
Yeah.
Add to contacts.
Yeah. So here's my number.
See?
I'll just put it under names.
It's a public service. I just gave you something. Okay, let's talk about the election, the primary.
Yes.
One stop early voting is in progress right now.
Yep.
These are the locations, and they're open right now too. Board of Elections office, that's on Georgetown Road, right in Jacksonville. Commons Recreation Center. If you are registered to vote in Onslow County, you probably know where that is.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Onslow County Museum. You might not know where that is.
Richlands.
It's in Richlands.
Yep.
Right on the
Okay.
main drag.
The Sneads Ferry Branch Library. You might not know where that is, but if you're in Sneads Ferry, it is there. It's on 1330 Highway 210. Swansboro Recreation Center, right downtown, 830 Main Street Extension in Swansboro. Okay, so you've got a place to vote, and the voting is
8 o'clock.
Yes.
8 to 7:30.
8 to 7:30. Today's the 28th.
Yep.
Yes.
Through March 1st. That's Friday.
Yep.
Through March 1st, it's 8 to 7:30. On March 2nd, that's Saturday. The last day
Of early voting.
of early voting is Saturday.
Yep.
And that's from 8 o'clock until 3 p.m.
Yes.
That's right.
No polling places are open on Sundays.
And none will be open on Monday, the
No,
day
that's right.
before.
No.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, election day, all 24 precinct polls will open.
You will
So
have to go to the precinct where you live. If
That's
you
right.
don't know where that precinct is, go to your Google, you put yourself up in the Board of Elections website.
Okay.
Put your name in there for voter search. Put your name in there. And if it's John Smith, you probably will have to put a little bit more in there. Select Onslow County. That will narrow it down for the John Smiths that are out there. And then it will tell you, it will give you an opportunity to download a sample ballot, print it out, take a look at it, and do some Googling in the meantime about those candidates that are there that you may or may not want to vote for. It will also tell you where you vote, specifically where you vote. Some of the precincts have changed since the last election. If Pine Valley United Methodist Church now is for the Bryn Mawr section.
right. They were, and then it went to the fire department,
then-
and then it went back to the church.
Yes, it did. They had some issues. But there are a lot of fire departments, for particular volunteer fire departments where people vote, and a lot of churches where
Hubert.
people vote.
Mhm.
Holly Ridge is at the community center. Everybody there knows that. Hubert's at the fire station.
Right.
Stateside Elementary School. I didn't know they were still having them at schools,
I didn't either.
Yes,
but they are.
Huh.
That's for next Tuesday.
Right.
You will need to vote in where you
I think
are
that's the
living.
Gum Branch precinct, or is that the Rosetown precinct?
Gum Branch is at Stateside Elementary
Yeah,
School.
Gum Branch, okay.
Let's see. East Northwoods, of course, is at the Commons Recreation Center. Crossroads is Southwest Fire Department.
Right.
Back Swamp Fire Station for Catherine's Lake. And Bear Creek's at the Bear Creek Fire Station. Hubert's at the Hubert Fire Station. Jacksonville, the city of Jacksonville. First Presbyterian Church.
Same place as always.
On North Bayshore Boulevard. Beach Barracks, Air Station, Rifle Range, and Housing. They're all in the city of Jacksonville. Got it?
And
That's
do
where
you know
they
so
vote.
far to date, only 94 people have voted out of that precinct?
I'm sure.
Out of where?
Jacksonville downtown, because that includes the bases.
Yes.
Hmm.
There are lots of others. And I don't know, have you listed them all on our website, on Facebook?
You're talking about for election day itself? No, I will. I
Okay.
will by the
If-
end of
if
the
you-
week.
If you need it. here- came from
Just
you.
for knowledge, yesterday we had a total of 542 people vote.
Mhm.
Brings a total to 4,929 so far. And Kelly and I were discussing earlier primaries, because right now we're looking at like almost 4% have turned out to vote. In 2016, the primary netted a 27.35% of the voters voted in the 2016 primary.
Early voting or total?
Total.
Yeah. Well,
In the
a big-
general election, it was 54%.
Yeah.
So they came out for the general. In 2020, the primary netted 23.13% people turned
Well,
out for that.
honestly, in 2016, I do not think there were very many people that gave Donald Trump a snowball's chance of winning the primary in 2016
Right.
until late that night.
Well, in the general election 2020, it went up to 61.8% turnout. So, yeah, and the primaries have generally been low in Alonzo County for early voting or for voting altogether. And I had somebody text me and said that one reason why Trump is so popular and has such a cult following is because for years Americans have looked for someone outside the political arena and someone who would call the BS if Dems and reps, Republicans, and basically said that forget you all on both sides, and people relate to that. He says a lot of things that people are afraid to say.
Quick reminder, you will have to have a photo ID, a photographic ID. You got to have a driver's license, must be valid and unexpired or expired for 1 year or less. And you can get to, if you can't drive, you can still go to DMV and you get what they call a non-operator ID.
Right.
Looks sort of
It's
like a
free.
driver's license, and it's
That's
free.
right.
It's free. 4-letter word, free.
Free.
So there are other things. Passport's good. A U.S. Passport card is good. North Carolina voter photo ID card, which you get at your local county board of elections. I assume you still can get that. Student and government employee photo IDs approved by the state board of elections. If you go to the state board of elections, North Carolina BOE board of elections, you can find out what you can get. We got a caller. Good morning. Who's this?
Deplorables, how are we doing today?
We're doing fine, Mr. Adorable. How are you?
Oh, God, you had me crying over here.
I'm
Take it
sorry.
easy with your opinions. Oh, my God.
Well, that's what this
Take
is,
it
an
easy.
opinion show. You've got one, I got one.
All right, it's opinions. Okay, so let's go over the history, right? Let's use the opinion on the history.
Okay.
So in 2020 we had an election.
Yes, we did.
That was in November. In January, somebody decides to riot the Capitol. Is riot okay with you?
Riot is actually accurate, but I don't know.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know that somebody did it. I think a group of individuals
A group of
were there.
individuals that their opinion thought that the election was stolen, right? Their opinion, right?
Yes.
So their opinion had legs. They went over to the Capitol. They messed up the Capitol. They broke doors. They were trying to get to the vice president. They 147 officers, okay, were injured, okay. And then their opinion was we didn't do anything. There was no, he didn't do. Nobody did anything. Come on, was a regular day. Their opinion, right?
900 got arrested.
Yeah, exactly. From their opinion that the election was stolen. We're not done yet. Kelly.
Yes.
We had 5 states that sent fake electors on their opinion to change the vote. 5 of them. They actually had the nerve on their opinion because they didn't win. They thought it was stolen. 5 different states sent people to change the vote. But, it's an opinion. And, the thing you're talking about over in Georgia, Trump is on trial there for trying to change the vote. And 18 co-conspirators are there too. That's the Willis trial over there. Their opinion. Okay? Now, I don't know where you guys are coming from, but I'm letting you know that because it's 4 years, Kelly, and we're talking about the same thing, it's because your opinion is going to put Trump back in the office again. Or if Biden wins, their opinion is going to say the election was stolen again. How much money have we paid for all these legal fees that came out of our pockets for all these legal fees for all these people? How much, on their opinion?
What happened in the 5 states?
What happened?
Yes. What was the outcome?
In Michigan the other day, they showed that the electors that were certifying the vote were inside already, and the fakers came knocking on the door, and the police officer that was there in charge of the door says, "No, you can't come in. The legal electors are already in there," and they turned them away. So all these people, these fake electors in these 5 states, are coming under. They're going to go to jail. Some of them.
Hopefully.
Plus, you have 1,200 people in jail because of those opinions. Now, you want to call them opinions? Fine. From now on, when I call you and I ask you about Trump or anybody, I'll ask for your opinion. Okay, and I got one right now for you. Give me your opinion on this, all 3 of you. Trump said that the immigrants are poisoning the blood of America. Now, this man has married 2 immigrants. Does that mean the blood of these 2 women that he married is poisoned, and he's poisoned, so are his children? Give me your opinion. What do you think about that?
Is he talking about the immigrants coming across the border illegally or one that's coming legally? It's not the same thing.
Does the blood know if the blood that's poisoning America, does it know that a person came in here illegally or not?
What? Say that again?
He said the blood of the immigrants coming into this country are poisoning the blood of America.
Well, I'm assuming he's talking about.
On that.
Well, if he's talking about illegal immigrants, I can point right now to what happened in Georgia last week with the little nursing student. Now, so I guess you need more context. Words matter. Okay.
Yes.
My family member came here legally to the United States from Ireland.
You poisoned America's blood?
We were here legally. We did it the right way. We didn't sneak across the border.
Okay. He said that the immigrants are poisoning the blood of America.
I think he's talking about the illegal immigrants is what I'm assuming he's talking about.
The blood doesn't know. The blood that he's talking about are poisoning Americans. The blood doesn't know if you're legally in or illegally in. I mean, I don't get what he's saying. Okay, and he married two women that were immigrants.
Yes, but they came here legally.
What does that mean? Lee, what do you think he means?
We're all immigrants. We come from immigrants. All 3 of us here, and you too.
So what's your opinion?
Who? Lee? She's not here today.
Yeah, I know, Lee. I know you're not there.
I'm still trying to get past yesterday.
We're 10 minutes past the break. We're going to have to take
All
two
right,
breaks
okay,
here.
I'm going to ask you for your opinion from now on.
Yes, ask me for my opinion.
Look,
Yes, do I agree with Donald Trump? You know I don't.
We have a number for you to call.
Listen, go vote for him.
I think it's context.
Don't forget 81 and 91. Okay, Biden's 81, and he's indicted on 91 charges. Okay, let's rock.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, bye. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom, 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We're going to have to do about two breaks in a row here. We'll be back.
WSME.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only comfort protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. That's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Why vote for a Republican candidate Suzanne on March 5th? Mrs. Long is a conservative Christian with 30 years of experience in Onslow County Schools, serving as a teacher, principal, director of curriculum and instruction, and executive director of exceptional children's programming. She has the perspective of being a military child, military spouse, and mom of a Jacksonville High School graduate. March 5th, choose a voice for quality public education for children, quality vetted resources and support for staff, and quality commitment to the community. Choose Suzanne Long. Paid for by the committee to elect Suzanne Long for Onslow County Board of Education.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Hi, my name is Michelle Halley, and I'm running for a seat on the Onslow County Board of Education. I have lived in Onslow County for over 40 years and have a vested interest in the community and the school system. I want to serve on the Board of Education because I am a firm supporter and believer of public education and wish to work collaboratively with others to support the students, employees of the system, and the community. I believe in developing effective partnerships with all stakeholders to ensure continued success. Together, we can provide the opportunity for an excellent education for all our students. A quality school system is vital to the success of Onslow County. Please use your voice and vote in the upcoming Onslow primary. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you and have a fantastic day. Paid for by the committee to elect Michelle Halley, Board of Education.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. Shall I say finally back? Yep. We had a little catch up there to play. No more callers and whatever. But we appreciate all of y'all, and we'll bend over backwards to get you on the air. Anyway, yesterday, and I know Lee got it, a number of messages and whatever that we should ban certain caller or callers.
Right.
No, we're not going to do that.
No, we're
Not
not.
unless you get vulgar or you get, personal. If you do that, then yeah, well, you'll get banned. But no, just because you've got an opinion, and if you want to listen to us, to our opinion, we'll listen to your opinion. And as often as not, I don't react to your opinion unless it's out there in left field, unless you go on the attack. If you do that, then yeah, I'm going to respond accordingly. So just not apologizing, not apologizing, but yes, we get these calls, but we're not going to be banning people for doing things like that. On Facebook, where it sits up there and y'all get bickering between yourselves on our page, well, yeah, you will be
We're
gone.
going to delete it, right?
It'll be deleted, and eventually, if it keeps on, you'll be banned. You won't be able to post on our page. That's the way it goes, y'all. So if you got to bicker with somebody else, get your own page and bicker with them. Y'all got Facebook pages, then attack them on your Facebook page, not on ours. Okay? That's just the way it's going to be. You can express your opinions about what we do, but don't go on there attacking other people, or you're going to be one and done. Really close. Okay.
Well, real quick, the National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory.
Yep.
So just so everybody knows, it's going to be a little gusty today.
So tie your trash cans down.
Yeah.
and-
Take your wind chimes down.
Yeah,
Or, I mean,
and you probably don't have any bird feeders up this time of year, but if you do,
I
take them
do,
down.
and I'm headed home anyway. I got to do that.
Secure your stuff, because you're going to have some 40-mile-per-hour winds on shore, and on the ocean, it's going to be higher than that.
Well, I'm not going to be on the ocean, so
I
we're
know
cool
that.
with that.
Not many people will be.
Stay out of the water.
Yeah.
Not Coast Guard will be out.
Well, they quit going out once it gets to 15-mile-per-hour winds. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Coast
Oh,
easy.
I know that can't be right.
I
I
know
know
better
that's
than
not
that.
true.
I'm
That's
just
not
kidding.
true.
Okay. Less than a week to go. You've got, yes, please. Less than a week to go, and the primary will be all over. And then that's when the rest of the stuff's will really hit the fan.
Well, I think it'll all slow down for a while and be quiet for a while. And then when it gets closer to the general election, it'll
Donald
kick
Trump
back
is not
up.
going to be quiet.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking locally.
Yeah. Well, locally,
Thank you, Jesus.
well, a lot of the shenanigans will be one and done too. They'll be
Right.
over with because the radicals hopefully will not be elected, and some of them not reelected. So just get rid of the garbage that's in there in the primary. Then we won't have to worry about the summer and the fall.
Right, right.
How's that sound?
It'll just be state and national. Well, the state will pretty well be done. Well, no, I can't say that
No,
because the
it's-
state's purple.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the higher offices like governor, we've had a Republican governor 4 out of the last 32 years. So, and I have a feeling that this
I
governor's
say
race,
the last one we had was
Pat
Pat,
McCrory.
and then the one before that,
Oh, that was so long ago.
Holzhauser,
Holzhauser. Oh my gosh.
was in the 80s.
Wasn't he on a
I don't know
milk
why I don't
carton?
even remember that guy.
Well, you were
Wasn't he on
barely
a milk
alive.
I was a teenager. I graduated high school in the 80s.
He was
What
on
are
a
you talking
milk
about?
carton.
I was gonna say, I don't even remember. I remember. Yeah,
I
don't
remember the name.
Yeah,
Go
I
look
don't even
up Jim
remember the name.
Holzhauser.
Where was I at?
You were a teenager. That's where you were.
That's true.
Okay. Tomorrow we've got another political candidate.
right?
He's coming in. John Davis. He's the mayor of Swansboro, running for a seat on the Onslow County Board of Commissioners. He's a Republican, so he'll be in here about 7:30. We also have tomorrow. It's going to be warm. It says up here, right?
Yep.
Harston with WARM, WARM, and Kelly's going to explain it.
Yes. So WARM is a local nonprofit, and they provide repair services for low-income individuals as well as veterans, seniors,
be me.
et cetera. And they're free to the individual. They have to apply and meet criteria, and all the costs are covered by the agency. So they're
It's
going
a
to come in and
nonprofit.
discuss their program and how to apply, et cetera.
Can I get a new room built?
I don't think
I
it's
don't
that
think
kind.
either.
No, it has to be a need.
Wilmington,
And don't say that's a need,
Wilmington
right?
area
Yeah.
rebuilding mission, I think is what it is. Wilmington area, and they cover Duplin and Onslow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Duplin,
good.
Onslow.
Okay. And then later Friday, we're going to have another elected official in here. He's going to be running for reelection. He is running
Right,
for
right.
reelection. So we'll be talking with Robin Knapp
All right.
on Friday. Have a great rest of your day. Be calm, cool, and collected like we are.
Gonna go home and do yoga.
Yeah. Not going to happen. Not going to eat any yogurt either.
And I'm not gonna drink any Kool-Aid.
There you go. Have a great rest of your day. Coming up right now is Fox News. And at 10 o'clock this morning, another dose of the Daily D's with Rick Dees. And he's going to hand it off to the one, the only, the man about town, Hollywood, Chris Hollywood Man. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSMA, WSMA 971.com, heard around the world on the internet.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden wins 81% of the vote, with 13% of Michigan Democrats voting uncommitted in the state's presidential primary, a protest vote over his